Welcome to MMA Fancast. Welcome back. Everyone who is already a subscriber to the channel. My name is Luke Basin, and I'm excited to have the next guest on the show. He's been on the show a bunch. He trains currently out of Rival MMA. He's a fight coming up for 247 Fighting Championships Brawl in the Burgh 25 at the Monroeville Convention Center in just a little over a week on December 21st, and that is Drew Landefeld. Drew, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me on, Luke. Always a pleasure.
It's always great having you on. You're fighting Max Jarrell, who has also fought for 247. He's a stout guy, so he's a local Pittsburgh guy. You're training out of Rival. How has the training camp been going for this big matchup?
It's been going good the past couple weeks. I had a couple injuries that I didn't know I was going to be if I was going to be able to take the fight. I wanted to take the fight, and then of course, right when I want to take the fight, I got injured. But the injuries actually ended up not being too bad. I was able to fight through them. So training camp's been going good. Really hit my cardio. So feeling good.
Yes, and what are your thoughts on this being an advanced amateur fight, which of course you fought at before, where it's 9 potential minutes, 3-minute rounds, and how important cardio is?
Yeah, 2 fights for my first advanced amateur fight. I broke my toe and a little part of my foot, so I really couldn't push my cardio the last couple weeks, and I ended up still taking the fight with a broken foot. Maybe not the smartest decision, but still did it. Ended up losing that fight, but I really didn't feel like I had the wind in me. Last fight, I was able to have a full camp, get my cardio in, get all my sprints in, all my sparring, then sprints, really push the envelope on that one. And I think that paid off tremendously. I felt fresh every round I was going. I mean, we had 40 seconds left in the fight when I finished it. And, I was pushing the pace. So I feel good going another 9 minutes again.
And yeah, that was a great fight. And do you believe kind of in momentum in the sense that that was a good fight to prep for this fight off of?
Yeah, definitely. It was good momentum to realize I knew I could go 9 minutes, but when when something happens, you get choked out, you kind of get stuff in your head or something like that. You're like, oh, is my cardio there? It was there. Just fought with a broken foot. Just gotta be smarter, probably just take fights when I don't pull out of fights when I probably should. It's just so hard. You put so much work into training camps, you sell tickets, people, you want to put on a show for people. So, but you just gotta make sure you're healthy and stuff like that. So I am, and I'm ready to go.
Well, that's all part of the amateur journey for you. You are a crowd favorite. So is your opponent, Max. Young, energetic, training at great gyms. What are your future plans as far as where you're going to call home for your gyms and camps going forward after this fight?
Hopefully 2025, I can make it Matt Factory full time, get down there 4 or 5 days a week. And then I'll always be, teaching at Rival or helping out. But I really need, I want to be going pro here 2025. So I need to ramp it up and go full time if that's what I want to do.
So that's 2 big future changes in 2025. Obviously, it's great. They're going to stay connected to Rival and continue to teach there. What do you think you need to do as far as number of fights, things like that in 2025? According to your plan, if things were to work out?
I would like to get a finish this fight, really make a statement. Max is or everyone talks about a big up and comer, real technical. So I want to really, put on a show. Everyone knows me for my grit and stuff like that, but everyone doesn't actually see me for all my technical skills and everything that I possess. It's easier to show in the gym and stuff like that instead of under the bright lights, but I'm there to do that next weekend.
Well, you have showed a lot of grit. I called a fight of yours for 247 a couple of fights back where you got cut open and had blood. It's your Facebook profile. It's a incredible photo. So what does it feel like knowing that you do have that grit to fight, kind of like the Diaz brothers who are always cut up, things like that?
It kind of takes a little bit of the anxiety away because, I've been put in that position where it's like, fight or flight, and I always fight. And that's what I love about myself. No matter what, I'm going to go down, and it's going to be bloody. Win or lose, it's going to be bloody. It's going to be brutal. And if he wins, he's going to have to earn it, and that's the fighting me. It's never going to be an easy fight, win or lose.
And that's what's exciting about both of you guys. And this is an incredible matchup. Hats off to the matchmaker for 247. And obviously, both of you guys are going to have a great crowd reaction and put on a great show. You already mentioned sort of your game plan, technical, brutal, kind of put on a show. What other thoughts do you have as far as predictions, if you want to make any, coming into this fight?
I think it'll be a second round TKO. I think I'm gonna beat him on the feet. I'm gonna outpoint him. I think I'm gonna make him shoot. I'm gonna stuff his takedown, get on top, finish with some ground and pound.
Well, that's a very precise, almost like Mystic Mac. We'll see if that comes true. I've already reached out to Max Jarrell, and I'd love to have him on the show, separate from you, of course, to kind of talk about his perspective, because you both guys are very confident, very entertaining. I'm sure he has a finished plan, I would guess, in his mind as well. So it really is a don't blink. I think people that know you and his style, it's going to be a great matchup. Who's in your corner, both physically and as far as sponsors? And kind of, we just did Thanksgiving a couple of weeks ago. Who are you grateful for, supporters-wise, coming into this fight?
Yeah, just all my training partners at Rival MMA. They're always pushing me, helping me out. I was down at the Mat Factory a couple of weeks ago, always getting some good looks down there too. So I'm always appreciative for everybody down there just helping me, getting me better. I'm going to have Ben Schwager and Josh Erdner in my corner. Ben Schwager, he's never fought for 247, fought for like Made Men Promotions, really high level wrestler. Really, he trained at American Top Team for over a year. So just has a lot of good information always to relay. So he'll be in my corner. And then Josh Erdner used to be a pro fighter, and he'll be in corner of me as well too. So that he has great hands, kind of he's on the feet, and then Ben's are more of the wrestling. And that's, I feel like you always see great cornermen always have both, right? You always have the wrestling, and you always have the striking. So that's what I always like to put in my corner as well.
That's a great combination. I've known Ben Schwager for a while. He was the GA for Waynesburg University Wrestling as like an assistant coach, getting his master's. So I've known him however many years ago that was. Great guy. Can't wait to see him and all of that. So as far as sponsors go, who are you grateful for coming into this?
Barry's Pub and Shooters. Everyone needs to get down to Shooters. It's literally exactly the same thing as Top Golf, but it's cheaper, better food. You can't beat it. That's right in the North Hills area, Pine Creek. So I couldn't do this fight without them. They've been great. Mayola Electric, that's one of my best friends. Get hit to him now because he's getting so busy that you're not going to be able to get to him. And then my newest sponsor, Gary Lewis, biggest 247 fighting fan in history, I'd have to say. So I'm just so thankful for all of them. So G Lou, I got G Lou on the shorts, man. It's sweet, man. Can't wait.
It is sweet, pretty sweet. All those sponsors are much appreciated. And as running this YouTube channel for several years now, I've realized just how significant and important not only all of your sponsors are, but all sponsors of local, regional, amateur, and early level pro fighters are. It really does make a difference. I really like kind of what you said there. If you are hearing, let's say, for example, any of those names, Shooters being one, because I've heard of Top Golf, but not Shooters. And if you go to any of them, the Electric guy, any of them, or if you just give G. Lou a hug, because I guess that's why he does the sponsorship, it's just itself. But thank the sponsors and make sure if you give them business that you say that you are there because Drew Landefeld sent you. Whatever the needs are, that makes a big difference, and it really kind of shows the community around fighters. So really, really pumped to get you back on. We're just a little over a week. You're going to be putting on an incredible show at Monroeville Convention Center. This is where I give a shout out for a couple of the safe ways to buy tickets. Unfortunately, there are a lot of scammers out there. Any links that pop up anywhere on Facebook, under YouTube channels, those are all fraudulent. Do not sign up for tickets through pay-per-view or any of those. Only get your tickets through 247fighting.com, Drew himself or somebody at his gym. Or if you know you're going to be out of the area and watching the pay-per-view, now is the time to download 247 Live app. It's the official 247 Fighting Championships app, and it is works on any smart device, including your smart TVs And that's the two safe ways to get tickets. Give Drew Landefeld credit when you're signing out, because that obviously helps him, and it's all about that community, like we said. My name's Luke Basin, as always, for MMA Fancast. Super excited to have Drew Landefeld back on the show. Thanks so much for taking time out from your work. Can't wait to see you locked in the cage with Max Jarrell there, 247 Fighting Championship on Rowville Convention Center, December 21st. Thanks so much.
See you, buddy. Thank you, Luke. You're the man.
You got it, buddy.